Hey folks, Josh Shacknow here, Canadian family lawyer and CEO at Visto.ai. In today's episode, I'm taking a position that AI and other technology in the big workstations, Google Workspace, Microsoft Office, might kill off a lot of the more all-purpose general legal CRMs like Clio, PracticePanther, etc., etc. I talk about why, I give my positions, and I don't know. Based on the last week or two of my practice, I have some big concerns. So make sure to check it out. But yeah, let's jump in. Hey folks, we're back for another episode of the vlog. It is October the 26th, and it's been a busy week, and I have something that I wanted to talk about because now that I'm getting, so as many of you know, I basically split my time. Number one, co-founder of a tech company called Visto. We build immigration software for immigration firms. And then I'm also still a practicing lawyer based in the GTA. And as many of you know, I more recently, well, not recently at this point, it's been about a year, switched over to practicing family law. And now that I've been spending a lot more time doing, working on those files, prepping for conferences, attending court, stuff like that, I'm getting into a pretty good groove. And I'm also getting to the point, I don't know if you're like this, I feel like there's kind of two types of people. There's the operators and there's like the sales-ish type people. The operators who are like super nitpicky, specific, very good at like putting things into steps and organizing. And then there's the more like extroverted, fly by the seat of their pants type people. I'm probably overgeneralizing, but anyways, I'm the former. I like to be very organized, step by step, et cetera, et cetera. And that's what led me to co-found Visto. Because after practicing immigration law for a few years, I was like, why is this all so manual? Why is this not automated? And that's what led us to building Visto to automate that. Now that I've been practicing a little bit in family law, my brain is doing the same thing, which is like, okay, now that I understand all the steps to like an average family law court matter, the wheels are spinning and I'm like, okay, well, maybe if I do this and I automate that and I tie these two things together, this is how I could make the whole process a lot more efficient. And so one of the things that got me thinking of too, because I'm starting to build out these systems myself internally, and one of the things that I've been figuring out this week is that I think that the all-purpose general legal CRMs are going to be in trouble because I can do so much with just my Google Workspace. I should have done this before. I want to take a quick peek. So if you're watching, I'm going to just be looking off to the left here because I actually just want to pull up what I pay per month for Google, because what I'm trying to say here is I think that the workspaces, so like Google Workspace, Microsoft Office, are going to continue to get so good, especially as AI gets better and especially as they start breaking out like, agent stuff built in, that we're not going to need these all-purpose CRMs like Clio and PracticePanther and, whatever the heck they are. Because, oh my God, of course, I just can't simply, right as I start saying good things about Google, now they're making it like impossible for me to see how much I'm paying for it. Anyways, the reason why I say this is really a couple factors. Number one, now all of those extra features from a lot of CRMs are being built into these Google and Microsoft workstations. So what do I mean by that? A few months ago, I upgraded my Google subscription because I noticed that now they're offering e-signature. So what do I need DocuSign or HelloSign for if I can just add for a few dollars a month, I can just add it to my Google, which is already built into everything. The other thing is now AI is built into these workspaces, right? So I have Gemini. So I didn't even know this. By upgrading to get the e-signatures, which was like a few bucks a month, it also allowed me to get the upgrade with Gemini, which allows me to build custom gems, which are incredible. If you're not using them, make sure you're following me on Substack. The link will be in the description because I talk a lot about custom gems. And it allows you to use Gemini within all the different apps. So I can use Gemini inside Google Sheets. I can use Gemini inside Google Docs and Forms and stuff like that. And slowly I can start tying them all together. So I can send a Google form and take that data and push it to a Google Sheet, and then take that information and generate a Google Doc, right? So for example, in law, I could send a client a Google form, and use that information to auto-generate a retainer or an invoice or whatever it might be, right? For some reason, I think it's because I pay for my Google through Squarespace, because I use Squarespace for my law firm website, which, by the way, is not very pretty and very outdated. But I'm just trying to pull up how much I'm paying per month for Google. I'm pretty confident that like it's less than $30 a month. And so what I'm trying to get at here is, number one, more these workstations, right? I'm just going to refer to them as workstations. What I really mean by it is Google Workspace and Microsoft Office, because those are the big dominant ones. And pretty much all of us are using them anyways for, email mostly. Oh my God, I swear to God, how is this so difficult for me to find out how much? Anyways, I'll hit pause and I'll find out this number. And hold on, give me one sec. Okay, and we're back. God, I love technology. I almost don't believe this. I'm on the, what am I on? The Google Workspace, I don't know, whatever the plan is. I'm paying $17 a month, and I actually have 2 users, the business standard plan, and I have 2 users, and I'm paying $17 a month. This gets me my email, all those Google, apps and stuff like that, and Gemini and e-signature, right? So again, why am I saying this? Why do I need, especially as AI is getting better and better, why would I want to pay whatever it is now, $100, $200 per user per month for an all-purpose legal CRM that honestly, a lot of them aren't even that great, in my opinion, right? So for example, how do I automate intake? I send to Google, I can create all this either in-house with an assistant, or I could use something like make.com or N8N to automate most of it. Send a Google form to my client. Data gets pushed to a Google Sheet. Data gets used to generate invoices and retainers. What I've been doing in the last few months is I've just been using Google Sheets to record all my dockets, right? So now that I'm in immigration, it was more fixed fee, so I didn't have to, docket my time. Now that in family law, I mostly bill by the hour, so I have to record my billables. A lot of people will use something like Clio or Soluno or whatever to do that. I'm just using Google Sheets. Why? Because I can just input the information, and then at the end of the month, I just use Gemini to generate my invoice for me. It's so easy. It's as easy as these other tools, and it's a fifth or a tenth of the cost. So here's what I think. Number one, these workspaces are going to be adding more of these features built in. Google just added a booking link. So what do I need Calendly for, right? I think Microsoft did the same thing. I don't use Microsoft Office as much, but I'm assuming you can create some sort of like booking link so that clients can book in with you or whatever, right? So number one is these workstations are slowly having feature creep, and they're adding in more and more of these features and basically eating up all the other little one feature type tools that you might not need, and or the things that the CRMs offer. That's number one. Number two, and this is the key, is AI. Because working in the Google Workspace, I have Gemini built on top of all of it. If I'm in Microsoft Office, I can use Copilot built on top of all of it. And they're only going to get better. And eventually, both are going to come out with build your own agent workflows within their workstations. So what in the heck, pardon my French, I know I'm getting a little fired up here, but in a good way, like what are we going to need $200 per month CRMs for? If we can build all of this stuff ourselves, probably even better for a tenth of the price. I honestly don't believe this, because I'm looking at my bill and it says $16.80 per month. I thought that was per user. I think it's for 2 users, but there's no way I'm paying, what's that? $9 $8 $9 a month for that? Anyways, maybe I am. If it is, it's a total steal. And again, so my hypothesis is that as these workstations continue to add more features and infuse more AI, that law firms are not going to need and are going to move away from the expensive CRMs. That's my opinion. Now, what's the caveat? The caveat is the CRMs or legal tech tools that are super niche, right? So like I said, the Google Workstation, the Microsoft Office, they've added booking links and e-signatures and these general features that all lawyers and legal professionals might use. But they're not going to add auto-filling Canadian immigration PDF forms, right? That's just way too niche. That's why our company at Visto does quite well. We're not an all-purpose CRM. We're a super niche. We help Canadian immigration lawyers and consultants do super niche things for Canadian immigration law. Those are the tools that I think people need to start building and using, because they're the ones that the big players are never going to automate. The big CRMs are never going to do all that well. So again, this is my two-step hypothesis. Number one is that as these workstations get better and are powered more by AI, the CRMs, the all-purpose CRMs, are going to be in big trouble. And number two, if you are going to build or use tech as a legal professional, make sure it's the super niche stuff that those workstations can't do. What I'll probably do over the next few weeks is talk more about how I'm doing this myself, right? Like I said, I'm in the process of starting to use Google Workspace to basically automate as much of the family law process as possible. And it's pretty exciting. I think it's maybe the easiest or best time to be practicing law, because either with an assistant and or technology, we can automate so much of the boring stuff and focus more on the actual lawyering. So anyways, let me know what you think. If you agree, if you don't agree, if you have any thoughts, let me know in the comments. If you are watching on YouTube, let me know in the comments. Make sure you're subscribed so that you catch these, because again, I'm going to be updating you every week. If you're listening on your favorite podcast platform, make sure you're subscribed. And either way, check the link in the description to join my Substack, because number one, you'll never miss a future episode if you're on my Substack. And number two, I send a few emails per week to my Substack with additional information and stuff like this and updates, right? For example, I had a guide on how I'm using Notebook LM to use their AI to research real better, right? So I don't have enough time on this vlog to tell you everything I'm doing. So if you want to get all the other good stuff, make sure you're on the Substack. Link is in the description, like I said, whether you're listening on your favorite podcast platform or watching on YouTube. Thanks as always. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions or comments, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.